Hi there, beautiful soul. So I made in the past year a movie called Life After CFS Part 1, Integrated Anger. Something that really helps me staying on my path is to always feel my anger sort of the time, and I have to realize that there is always some part of me angry, and I needed to integrate that. Well, this movie is not about anger, but about enjoying food. Because I have to admit that in the past, I was unable to enjoy food. I was always feeling very stressed about food. I could not really relax, and I tried to distract myself, with movies or my phone, eating at the same time. And I also did not really know what I would like to eat. And there was a time in my life where lots of traumatic events happened at dinner time. And there was also another time of my life where there was hardly any food, so I was in hunger. So as an adult, I did not really have a healthy feeling of how and when to eat. So I basically ate only carbohydrates like cheap rice and cheap bread. Then after that, I knew something was wrong, and I was with my mind trying to control my diet. So I was just following some things like 200 grams of vegetables, and I just bought ones and eating with my mind, so to speak. But what I learned later in recovery is that I needed to eat with my body, not with my mind. And I started to eat much more stuff, basically also because I had a vegetable garden during recovery. And I tried to make weird combinations with it. And then because I ate gluten-free, I really missed pizza. So I started making pizza from the beetroots that grew in my garden. And I noticed that I was really attracted to fatty stuff like olives or anchovies. And, this more like a Mediterranean type of food that I was really craving for. And it always happens sort of in ups and downs. And there are always periods where I eat more with what my mind thinks that I would want. But I always feel best when I can eat what my body wants me to eat. So I have this in the recovery program. In the first module, I already talk about the intuitive diet. But it's more than that. Like, I really enjoy my food so much that I want to eat with my hands sometimes and lick my fingers. It's such a pleasure, and it's such a big role in my life that it really helps me to connect with my body, but also connect with my inner child. Sometimes when we're following all these mind-based strategies, we follow the inner parent. And in TMS, they would say that the inner child develops anger and rage because it does not want to commit to these strategies, these long-term strategies where a goal will always remain in the future and never now. Whereas the inner child likes instant pleasure. So, sometimes I do not always agree with my inner child. There's still sometimes a conflicted war between them. Well, not say war, but let's say an argument. There used to be a big war. So sometimes I just think, what would my inner child want me to do? And sometimes I feel a little bit angry when I feel angry all the time mostly. And then I just, go somewhere and eat what it wants to eat. And it might not always be the best for my body, but it's the best for my health eventually. And it's getting more and more integrated, where my mind and my body, my inner parent and my inner child are on the same line, on the same condition, on the same place. Well, let's say it like that. And that is something that I would like to give you a perspective. That I would like to give you. That food can be a joy, and that food is maybe meant to give us joy. Yeah. Okay. There's more of these type of movies coming. So hold on tight and have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful day. Check out my recovery program on my website. Bye.